Ultima Final Fantasy presents Ultima Final Fantasy and the Capsule of Time. Written by Ultima Final Fantasy. Part 3, The Ultimate Mountain Lion.
Caleb Craig told me everything he knew about the time capsule, and I sat there that night, dreaming of the treasure to be found within. Dreaming of how a nearly one-of-a-kind edition of a Final Fantasy would look at the top of my rare game pyramid. The crown jewel, the missing piece of my ultimate man cave collection. But as it turns out, I wasn't the only one dreaming of the ultimate score. Across the Atlantic, under a gray British sky, somewhere in the United Kingdom as I slept, others were scheming. Others looking to obtain the same thing I was. The Union, we call them. And much like a real union, a thorn in the side of anyone wanting to create something truly great. For example, being the #1 Final Fantasy podcast on iTunes, and not just Google and Podcast Addict. The Union had been around 6 years longer than we had, and just like any other organization that gets too big for too long, was slow to change. Being the young bucks on the scene, we tried reaching out to them. We tried to become allies. But the Union hated the idea of anyone stealing their fire. They were Coca-Cola and we were Pepsi to them. Any chance of collaboration was impossible. And so, as a good American should, we declared war and fought the British with all we had. We made fun of their hosts, called their show boring, and said they didn't even play all of the games, which is true, by the way, and refused at one point to even mention their name. To us now, they're just the Union, nothing more. But to them, we are the thorn in their side. To them, we were the ones who kicked them out of Google and destroyed them on almost every other podcast ranking platform, while they kept an iron grip on iTunes. But much like when the British Empire gave way to the American, the Union will eventually find their rightful place. That's what I thought then, anyway. Little did I know the adventure I was about to go on would change both shows and all of our lives. Forever.
Order! I would like to welcome you all to this quarter's secret Union meeting. Now, as you know, Ultima Final Fantasy just finished their world tour. Our attempts to assassinate Joe were unsuccessful. According to security footage, our terrorist team tried to lure him into his hotel room, disguised as a randy homosexual, and an easy target for Joe to tear into. It surprises me, and it may surprise you too, that Joe did not in fact take the bait, and chose to go to his own hotel room and masturbate furiously that night before going to sleep. Turns out he likes the company of his own hand more than he liked our man.
Might we try to lure him in with a woman, sir? Could it be that he's not gay, sir?
Impossible! No. My dear, naive Kingdom Hearts loving boy. We will attempt the attack again next year. Anyway, no. I brought you all together to say that, well, downloads are steady, the Kingdom Hearts boys and girls are still doing twice the business as our Final Fantasy team, and thankfully, we are still #1 on iTunes. Although I am concerned about our lack of reviews, and more effort should be made in encouraging our audiences to leave them. We must not let the Americans reach #1. That being said, our inside man at Square Enix may just have the thing we need to ensure our continual domination of the Final Fantasy podcast niche. You have the floor, sir.
The roots of the Union ran deep across the Atlantic, and those motherfuckers had an in with Square Enix of Europe. I don't actually know his name. I just know he has a very distinctive way of speaking.
Thank you, Union Master. I too hold my grudge against Ultima Final Fantasy. Insistent on being the most offensive podcast on the planet, UFF made fun of my lisp on a Square Enix fan video I made an appearance in. But my lisp isn't funny, is it? No, my lisp isn't something to make silly jokes out of. So now I'm here to tell you about how we can take Caleb Schweiss out for good. No need for violence, no assassination. I heard that a few months ago, one of the Union's female followers befriended Schweiss's bride-to-be. Befriended her and earned her trust, and passed along certain pictures that showed what Caleb liked to do, or whom he liked to do, when he was on tour. You thought that it would kill the show. Alas, ladies and gentlemen of the Union, though I commend the effort, you made one simple mistake. You assumed Schweiss's greatest love was his fiancée. You were wrong. Schweiss's greatest love is the chase. Not just the chase of the podcast groupies. Oh no. The chase of perfection. The chase currently of the ultimate rare game. As we speak, he's planning to spend hundreds of dollars and brave the Rocky Mountain wilderness just for a game to add to his collection. What he calls, according to what our microphones picked up, the ultimate score for the ultimate man cave.
What is it?
See, I knew it'd pique your interest, Daryl. It's why I thought you'd all be interested in hearing this.
Spill it.
An English language prototype of the original Final Fantasy II, hidden in a time capsule somewhere within an estimated 25-mile radius, deep within the mountains, at elevations of around 3,000 meters.
When is he leaving?
They're 8 hours behind us, so I assume, right now?
I need that for my own collection. I must go now.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Union Master. I must say goodbye.
Do what you must, my son.
You see, ladies and gentlemen of the Union, if Daryl gets to the treasure before him, Schweiss will be destroyed. He won't be able to complete his ultimate man cave. Daryl will have it instead.
Yeah. Caleb won't be able to handle it. The jealousy will eat him from the inside.
He'll lose his mind.
Yes. It's the perfect plan. He'll lose his mind. Ultima Final Fantasy will die, and the Union will rule the world!
I was dropped off by my assistant after an 8-hour drive. It was a beautiful green late spring day. I had my trusty pack, and in an attempt to finally get rid of the damn cat, I had Waylon come along for the ride. He was whining the whole time, a terrible fucking nuisance. Come on out, you mangy cat.
I thought you were gonna have me drop him off somewhere.
Well, Cam, think of it as his last chance. If he follows along and makes himself useful, then he stays. If he runs off, fuck it, he's gone.
What if you run into a bear?
Then it's up to Waylon to handle it.
He ain't exactly a mountain lion.
What are you talking about? He's the ultimate mountain lion. Come on, cat, let's go.
Wait,
What?
how are you going to get home?
I have a cell phone, don't I?
Yeah, but do you have a signal?
Let me see here.
I don't have one.
I got 2 bars.
You need to keep that phone off, Schweiss. You don't want to drain the battery.
I've got a charger in my pack, Cameron. I'll be fine.
Where do you want me to pick you up? Just back here?
Where else would you pick me up?
I don't know. I just wanted to be on the same page.
Cameron, why are you being retarded?
I'm not being retarded. I'm being thorough. I just want to make sure that this is the place you want me to pick you up when you call.
No shit.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
Wait,
What?
if you don't call, when do we come looking for you? Like, what if something happens?
Nothing is going to happen, Cameron.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
No, you fucking don't.
What's wrong with you?
I'm worried about you, you fucking asshole. How much food do you got? How many days can you last out here if you fucking go all 127 hours on us? When do we start looking for a body?
Are you crying?
I'm upset. Just taking off like this by yourself it's dangerous.
Look, Cam, I got enough food in my pack for 2 weeks. If I get caught up here, I expect I can last another 7 days. 3 weeks is the number. If you don't hear back from me in 3 weeks, call in a search and rescue. But you won't have to do that.
I don't know if any game is worth this kind of risk.
This one is. Trust me.
Good luck, Schweiss.
Yeah, thanks. I didn't need luck.
Goodbye.
See ya. As I watched Cam disappear into the distance, I couldn't help but feel a grand sense of purpose rise up from within me. I was going to find that time capsule, and I was going to go home a hero. Come on, Wayland. Let's go make camp. I pulled out my trusty map. These nerds had trekked 5 miles away from the road in full LARPing gear, along with all their supplies. Thank God I was rich. I could afford all the good lightweight backpacking equipment. And thank God I wasn't a fucking nerd. I wouldn't be caught dead trekking up this far into the mountains wearing chainmail or a plastic helmet. I mean, come on. Okay, Wayland. We make camp tonight, make a little fire, have ourselves a nice handful of trail mix, and get ready for bed. How does that sound? What's this? A footprint? A coyote or something? You can take him, right, Wayland? Wayland? That's when Wayland fucked off, leaving me in the mountains totally alone. Not that I minded. I hated that fucking cat.